Why be anything else if you can just be a star? Today on Delisted, it's the one and done Genesis classic, Ristar. Ristar is, or was, a 1995 platform game developed and published by SEGA for the SEGA Genesis. The game stars a cartoon star who uses hands and long stretchable arms to both move and fight enemies. Reception for the game was generally positive, but to the game's initial release was overshadowed due to the imminent ending of the Genesis's life cycle and the succession of the Sega Saturn and other 5th generation video game consoles. While never receiving any sequels, Sega has re-released Ristar several times digitally and on Sega-themed compilations, like the one we are covering today. The character has additionally received various cameos in other Sega properties as well. A Game Gear version of Ristar featured different level design and gameplay mechanics. Ristar is a 2D side-scrolling platform game, similar to games like Super Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog series, but focusing less on jumping and speed and more in the use of Ristar's stretchable arms, which can reach in 8 different main directions. The player must maneuver Ristar through the level to its end while avoiding damage from obstacles and enemies. Ristar's extendable arms are used as the main means of attacking enemies, through extending his arms, grabbing the enemy, and pulling himself towards them into a headbutt motion to defeat them. The same motion also allows for opening treasure chests containing various items, or striking different parts of the environment, such as knocking trees over. Additionally, his elastic arms can merely be used for grabbing and or throwing objects as well. Beyond attacking, Ristar arms are also used as a method of projecting him through levels. Many pole-like structures are present to swing Ristar from one side to the other, across gaps, or to ascend or descend platforms vertically. Ristar is also able to grab onto enemies and objects in midair and swing on them. Additionally, star handles are placed in levels, where the player must have Ristar grab and use momentum to swing around in a 360-degree cycle. Letting go launches him off in a given direction depending on the time of release. If enough momentum is gained, sparks appear behind Ristar and he performs a move called the Meteor Strike, which makes him invincible and able to defeat any enemy upon touching them. When enough momentum is lost, usually a few seconds, flight ceases and he'll drop to the ground back in his normal state, though this can be extended by bouncing off walls and ceilings during fights. Every level ends with a special star handle, which is used to launch Ristar through the end of the level. Bonus points are awarded based on Ristar's altitude when flying off screen, similar to how levels are ended in Super Mario Bros. Additionally, every level also contains one hidden handle that sends Ristar to a bonus stage, which involve getting through an obstacle course within a given time limit. Completing the level in a particularly fast time will earn a continue, and after the game is completed, special codes are awarded depending on how many were completed. Ristar's health is shown through an icon-based health system, consisting of 4 stars in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Taking damage removes 1 star, and losing all star causes Ristar to lose a life. Locating and grabbing a Ristar figure grants Ristar an extra life, while finding traditional star figures replenishes health. A yellow star replenishes 1 star, while a blue star restores all 4. As for Ristar's graphics, it's one of the best looking games on the SEGA Genesis. The developers really proved they understood the console inside and out on this title. There is so much going on in the background and foreground of Ristar's different worlds and stages. It is a stark comparison to the early titles on the system. Games like Alex Kidd and the last title we looked at, Golden Axe, practically look like Sega Master System games in comparison to Ristar's dense and vivid on-screen presentation. Or, to bring up the Nintendo Entertainment System, as I am wont to do, it reminds me of the vast visual difference between the original Super Mario Bros. And that of Super Mario Bros. 3, which was also one of the last games on the system. Although I guess Kirby would probably be a better comparison, because I feel like Ristar actually plays a lot like Kirby's Adventure. And that one's even later, I think it was like 93. And Mario Bros. 3 was actually 91 in the States. All of this rambling is to say that you'd be hard-pressed to find a game as visually striking as Ristar on the Genesis, even from Sega themselves. As for the music, so I think again Sega truly understood what the Genesis was capable of, and more importantly, what its shortcomings were when it came to the sound chip. Ristar music plays well inside the constraints of the SEGA Genesis. And here are a few of the game's standout tracks. You know that I think most stories in video games are fairly unimportant, especially in a platformer such as this. So that's in here too. As for the story in Ristar, you have to save the home system. In a faraway galaxy is a solar system filled with mysterious planets and wonderful creatures. All have been peaceful there for millennia, until now. The space pirate Greedy is a tyrant leader of an alien space army. He has decided to take over this beautiful solar system and make it a new headquarters for his growing army. Greedy's devious plot is to brainwash the leaders of every planet and force them to do his bidding. Even the legendary hero of the solar system was captured and is now Greedy's prisoner. The planet Flora makes a last desperate plea for help. The space hero's son, Ristar, answers the distress signal. Although young and inexperienced, Ristar is valiant, determined, and the solar system's only hope. Ristar must travel from planet to planet and free the brainwashed leaders from the villain's control, and ultimately conquer Greedy. If the young hero is successful, he will restore peace to the once happy worlds of his home system and finally free his father. Now for some fun stuff from the manual. Hints from the heavens. Watch the demo for hints on gameplay. Explore everything. Grab every wall. There are many hidden treasures to find. Move slowly, except for the bonus stages. There is no time limit. Rushing through the stage quickly to get all the treasure might lead to costly mistakes. Patience pays. Use all star handles. There are a reason why these are located where they are. When you discover how to reach the treasure in a particular bonus stage, try to improve your time. When you play this bonus stage again, you can always do it faster. Learn to use power-ups and other items strategically. Timing their use is important. So what are my overall final thoughts? I'll be honest, I really understand why SEGA have yet to follow up this game with any sequel. It's kind of just not for me. I didn't enjoy playing Ristar at the end of the day. Feels like a Kirby game where I can't steal different abilities. Which, is fine. Maybe it's just a game geared towards the younger crowd, and I simply have no nostalgia for it. While it has great sound design, music, and presentation, at the end of the day, it's just not that fun to play. Now, fun is incredibly subjective, so sound off in the comments if this is a Genesis game you love or remember loving. And thanks for watching as always, and if you liked the subject of this video, consider subscribing, because the next time on Delisted... Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Same bunny time, same bunny channel.